What if we told you there's one simple maintenance item that costs 50 bucks but prevents a $5,000 engine rebuild, or a critical fluid change that could literally save your life? In today's video, we're breaking down those should-have-done-it-sooner moments that can lead to thousands in repairs. Stick around because number one on this list will absolutely shock you with just how catastrophic ignoring it can be. Number 9. Brake system maintenance. So, brake fluid. Yeah, we know, it's not the most interesting topic first up, but this is one of those things that'll absolutely bite you if you ignore it. And trust us, we've seen it happen way too many times. Here's the deal. Brake fluid is what's called hygroscopic, which is just a fancy way of saying it sucks up moisture from the air like a sponge. And moisture, well, it is the biggest enemy of your brake system. We're talking rust in your brake lines, spongy pedal feel, and brake performance that'll make you question your life choices when you really need to stop. Manufacturers like Toyota, Honda, Ford say change your brake fluid every 2 years, regardless of mileage. But do people listen? Nope. They wait until their brakes feel like mush, or they're hearing grinding noises that sound like a dying robot. Look, contaminated brake fluid is going to give you longer stopping distances, brake fade when you need it most, and internal corrosion that can cost you thousands to fix. But here's the thing. While you're thinking about brakes, don't forget your brake pads. These little guys are what actually stop your car, and when they're shot, they'll grind against your rotors to cause serious damage and compromise stopping power. Brake pads typically last anywhere from 25,000 to 65,000 miles, depending on how you drive. Ignore them too long and you're looking at rotor replacement too. That could go up to $500 per axle plus labor by the hour. Let's shift focus from what keeps you alive to what keeps your engine alive. Number 8. Regular oil change. Modern synthetic oils can technically last 7,500 to 10,000 miles, but many cars still need changes every 5,000 miles depending on how we drive. Short trips, stop-and-go traffic, extreme temperatures, all that stuff demands more frequent changes than we think. But here's what'll make us want to kick ourselves. Delaying oil changes by even 1,000 to 2,000 miles causes serious engine wear, especially in turbo engines where oil breakdown leads to bearing damage and crazy expensive repairs. That's a $50 to $80 oil change versus a $3,000 to $8,000 engine rebuild. Engine oil doesn't just lubricate, it's cleaning our engine, carrying away dirt and sludge, and keeping everything cool. But eventually, that oil gets saturated with all the crud it's supposed to catch, and that's when we gotta change it. If you don't want to spend thousands on repairs, check the oil monthly with the dipstick. If it's black, gritty, or below minimum levels, change it immediately. Number 7. Coolant system flushes. Here's the deal with coolant, or antifreeze, whatever you want to call it. This stuff is literally keeping your engine from cooking itself to death. It's running around at about 220 degrees, transferring heat from your engine to the radiator where it gets blown away. But here's where it gets interesting. Coolant also has anti-corrosive additives that protect all the metal bits in your cooling system from turning into rust soup. When the coolant degrades, it loses its anti-corrosive properties, and suddenly you've got rust and sediment clogging everything up. Basically $1,500 to $4,000 worth of pain. And if you really screw up and let it overheat badly, you might be looking at a complete engine rebuild. Most modern cars can go 100,000 miles or 5 to 7 years on long-life coolant, but mixing different types or contamination cuts that way down. Just use what your manufacturer specifies and check it monthly. If you're thinking, okay, I've got the basics covered, not so fast. This next one catches a lot of people off guard. Number 6. Engine air filter replacement. This is probably the most overlooked maintenance item on your car, and it slowly suffocates your car's engine. The result? Loss of power, especially if you've got a turbocharged engine. You could notice weird engine noises that'll make you think something's seriously wrong, black smoke pouring out your exhaust, or 10 to 15% reduced fuel economy. And if it gets really bad, your car might not even start due to low oxygen level in the combustion chamber, or you'll get that lovely check engine light staring at you from the dash. Not fun, but instead of just blindly changing it every set interval, you should actually look at it. The air your engine's breathing varies wildly depending on where you drive, so regular inspection beats following some random schedule. Now if you want to change the engine air filter, remember that modern cars have moved away from those old round metal canisters sitting on top of the engine. Now you're looking for a rectangular plastic box tucked into a corner of the engine bay. Pop that thing open and take a look at your filter. Hold the filter up to a light source. If light passes through easily, your filter is still doing its job. And if there's a foam layer, you may need to remove it first for an accurate test. Some cars use reusable foam filters, often aftermarket upgrades that can be washed and reinstalled. Number 5. Tire rotation. Did you know you can easily extend the life of your tires just by rotating them every few months? Sounds too simple to be true, right? Your tires aren't wearing evenly, and that's costing you serious money. Think about it. Your front tires are doing all the heavy lifting. They're steering, they're braking, and if you've got a front-wheel drive car like most of us do, they're also handling all the acceleration. Your rear tires are just along for the ride, barely breaking a sweat. Over time, your front tires wear out much faster than the rears. Without rotation, you'll end up replacing them separately instead of getting a full set that wears evenly. Rotating them regularly can extend their lifespan by 20 to 30%, saving you around $187 per tire or nearly $750 for a full set. The rotation itself? 20 to 50 bucks at most shops, but it's protecting a tire investment that could run you anywhere from $600 to $1,200. While you're rotating tires, it's the perfect time to check your brake components, suspension parts, and wheel bearings. Plus, you can spot any weird wear patterns that might indicate alignment issues or suspension problems before they turn into expensive repairs. Number 4. Timely spark plug replacement. Did you know that spark plugs can last between 60,000 and 100,000 miles these days? But here's where people mess up. They think, if it ain't broken, don't fix it, and push way beyond those recommendations. Big mistake. You see, modern iridium and platinum plugs are absolute workhorses compared to the old copper ones that needed swapping every 20,000 to 40,000 miles. But when these spark plugs start wearing out, things go downhill fast. You'll face misfires that'll trigger your check engine light with those P0300 codes, rough idle that makes your car feel like it's having a seizure, and fuel economy that can tank by up to 30%. When spark plugs get too old, your car starts coughing. That's a misfire. This sends leftover gas into a special part called the catalytic converter, which can get so hot it breaks, like melting a toy in the oven. Fixing that costs a lot of money, around $800 to $2,500. Also, the parts that help the spark plugs work, ignition coils, have to work extra hard. When they get tired and quit, each one costs $150 to $300 to replace. The crazy part is, spark plugs themselves are cheap. Standard copper plugs run $5 to $10 each, while premium iridium or platinum ones are $15 to $40. Even with labor, you're looking at a $50 to $200 service that prevents over $1,000 in repairs. Before we reveal the final 3, make sure to leave a like and share your thoughts on the common car regrets we've mentioned so far. Number 3. Addressing rust early. Well, rust is sneaky and it never sleeps. It literally eats your car alive while you're not paying attention. You see, there are basically 3 levels of rust you need to worry about. Surface rust is the baby stage. It's just messing with your paint, and you can fix it for anywhere from $50 to $650, depending on the size and location of the rust spots. Not too bad, right? But ignore it, and it becomes scale rust, digging deeper into the metal. Now you're looking at $150 to $500 to fix it, but if you keep ignoring it, you get penetrating rust. This stuff compromises your car's actual structure, and suddenly you're talking about replacing entire panels or frame sections. That's about $1,000 to over $3,000, and at that point, you might be looking at a car that's not even worth fixing. The crazy part is how preventable this all is. Regular washing and waxing, especially hitting that undercarriage after driving on salty winter roads. Park in a garage when you can. Oh, and if you see a ding or nick with exposed metal, simply hit it with some touch-up paint immediately. Also, you can easily fix minor surface rust on your own using a DIY kit that only costs $30 to $50. Scrape off the blistered paint, sand down to bare metal, clean it up, and apply primer and paint. But once it gets past that surface level, take your car to the professionals. Number 2. Transmission fluid change. Look, transmission fluid isn't as straightforward as engine oil, and that's where car owners neglect changing it. For manual transmissions, we're looking at changes every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, which is pretty standard stuff. But what about automatic transmissions? The factory recommendation for automatic transmissions used to be every 30,000 to 100,000 miles, but now some newer vehicles have what's called lifetime fluid. Here's the thing though, there's a serious question about whether never changing that lifetime fluid actually shortens the transmission's life. Most experts say check it and probably change it around 100,000 miles anyway. After all, replacing the fluid costs a few $100s, while a full transmission replacement could set you back several thousand. Now, checking this stuff isn't as simple as popping the hood. Older cars make this easy with a dipstick right there near the back of the engine. Newer cars? They're playing hide and seek. Many don't even have dipsticks anymore. Check your owner's manual to see if you're one of the lucky ones. If you do have a dipstick, here's the drill. Park level, warm up the engine, keep it running, hit the brakes, and cycle through every gear before parking. Then check away. The fluid tells the whole story. Good stuff glows bright red or pink like fruit punch. Bad fluid? It's dark, gritty, or filled with metal shavings you can actually see and feel between your fingers. Foamy fluid means someone got overzealous and overfilled it. That's trouble. Low fluid means you need to add more, but don't grab just any bottle. Different cars need different types, and using the wrong one is like putting diesel in a gas car. Number 1. Timing belt replacement. Alright, this is the big one. If there's one thing on this entire list that can turn your car into an expensive piece of metal, it's ignoring your timing belt. So what does this thing actually do? Your timing belt keeps your camshaft and crankshaft perfectly synchronized, making sure your valves open and close at exactly the right moment for combustion. It's like the conductor of an orchestra. Everything has to happen in perfect harmony, or the whole show falls apart. Now here's the scary part. Timing belts don't always give you a heads up before they snap. Sometimes you might hear a ticking noise, experience some misfires, or notice oil leaks around the timing belt cover. But just as often, nothing. One day you're driving along, and suddenly your engine just stops dead. But wait, it gets worse. If you've got what's called an interference engine, and lots of modern cars do, when that timing belt breaks, your pistons and valves can actually smash into each other. It could mean bent valves, damaged pistons, and potentially a completely trashed engine block. You're looking at $2,500 to $5,000 for a rebuild, or potentially needing a whole new engine. Even if you're lucky enough to have a non-interference engine, you're still stuck with a car that won't run and a hefty towing and repair bill. Most manufacturers say every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, and it'll run you about $400 to $1,000. Yeah, it's not cheap, but compared to an expensive engine rebuild, it's a bargain. And don't even think about tackling this yourself unless you're a professional mechanic. This job requires tearing apart half your engine bay, specialized tools, and absolutely perfect timing alignment. One small mistake, and you've got that catastrophic engine damage we just talked about. If you enjoyed this video, YouTube thinks you'll love this next video too. Thanks for watching.